What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast. Y'all see, I got a new guest today, a new face to the Mental Game podcasting scene. My boy Danny Boy, Daniel. And we got some things to talk about. Today's topic is how physical fitness relates to mental health. We're gonna talk about it right here. See y'all in a little bit. What's up, family? Welcome. Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast, man. Got my boy Danny Boy. What's up, Danny Boy? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Man, how's your week?
Going good. No complaints. All is well.
All is well. All right, yeah, man. I'm good. My week's been it's been kind of busy. I went ahead and took Friday off, got some stuff done. And I don't know, man. It's just like when you start doing this adulting thing, man. Like, there's never enough time in the day. You know what I'm saying? There's never enough hours in the day for you to set aside to be able to do. And here it is Saturday. Even when you wake up early on the weekends, it's like not enough time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how my week went. But today's mental game, or the mental game of the week, because by the time this airs, it's gonna be a mental Monday. All right. So the mental game for this week is vibe alone until you're valued. You know what I'm saying? To elaborate on that, man, is like, when you're going through this life, you got all these people around you, that's really supposed to be celebrating you and really supposed to be valuing you and appreciating you and stuff like that. And sometimes you don't get that back. You know what I'm saying? I had a kind of a rough week this week, had some family issues. Um, sometimes people in your life, you think you're doing right by them, and bringing them up with you, and they sitting there congratulating you along the way, and you think they proud of you, you think they happy for you and stuff like that, and then you come to find out that they've been hating on you the whole time, not hating, but like kind of sour about it, or sour about what you doing, and all along you doing what you doing, to bring them up in the end. You know what I'm saying? Your battle has more. Um, how can I say it? Your battle has more uh than a reward for just you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure when you get up and you go to work and you do what you do, uh you don't always just have you in mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you have, like, your family, your wife, your family, your immediate family, and then your in laws that you think about when you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? When you want to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm that type of person. When I do things, I don't just have, what I'm saying. And I know we talk about it a lot on the show, and in life in general. You got to take care of yourself first. But my mindset has always been like, I want to do this, but I do this with this person, this person, this person, this person in mind. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So, sometimes it's good to vibe alone, what I'm saying, until you value, you know what I mean? And there's nothing bad about that. It's not being selfish, what I'm saying, it's being self preserving, and so to speak. You got anything for that, Danny boy?
Yeah, I would agree with everything you said, man. The best analogy I could say is we're all running our own race,
Right.
right? Nobody
Hmm.
pays attention about, like, it's a 5 mile race, but
Hmm.
nobody notices when you're at miles 2 to 4.
Right.
They only notice at the beginning when they see you. They're
Hmm.
like, okay, I see you at the start,
Right, right, right.
and then right at the end.
Absolutely.
A lot of
See you
people
down that home stretch.
they don't see the work
Right.
that goes in the middle and before you even start that race.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just want to tell everybody, man. Uh, what I'm saying? I'm not a I'm not a real judgmental person. You know what I'm saying? I accept everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell my brothers, I always tell my mom, everybody that starts with me had a clean slate. Everybody started at zero. Nobody started at -10. Nobody started at -5. Nobody started at -30. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like when I meet people, I even if I hear something about them, I try to create, let them create their own image of me. You know what I mean? Or I let them create an image for me to go off of. You know what I mean? I don't just prejudge anybody. You know what I mean? Um Y'all see people. I can see somebody walking around like looking at me with a stank face. I ain't gonna treat him no different until he start disrespecting me or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but uh, I want to tell the people out there, the people that's listening, watching, whatever, the people that's been rocking with me. I want to tell y'all thank you. First of all, um, I appreciate y'all being on this journey with me on this podcasting journey. It's been rough at times, but I want to tell you, you know, don't don't lay your life at the feet of other people, man. Don't let people dictate your life on their terms. It's your life, live it how you see fit, but be just and fair about it. You know what I'm saying? And really, really think about what you do to put yourself in certain situations. It's nobody's fault where I am. You know, if I do bad, if I do good or do bad, it's all on me. If Daniel, I'm sure you can agree. If you do bad, you in bad situations, you in good situations. It's all on you. Um, you know, don't let these judgmental people out here, put y'all in a bad way or put y'all in a bad light. And kind of dim your fire and dim your light. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great people out here, but I feel like a lot of great people out here have been talked out of their greatness. You know what I'm saying? Because of how somebody else felt like they should live their life. And I just want to tell my viewers and my listeners, man, look, you know, whatever you feel is right in your heart to do, man, do it. You know what I'm saying? And uh be uh be self-preserving. You know what I'm saying? Don't It's not necessarily selfish, man, cuz if you can't move, if you the foundation and you start cracking, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be able to hold much up. But moving forward, I'm still reeling from the last episode. The soapbox. I'm still on my soapbox. Let me get off my soapbox and want shift the focus to my guest, my boy Danny Boy. I've been knowing Daniel for a long time since high school. Me and Daniel, we were teammates. Most importantly, we brothers. I know he a couple of shades lighter than I am, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I've known his family for a while. They've always taken me in. They've always treated me good. I remember, my favorite, I would say he's my favorite, but my favorite person out of his to come out of his family is his grandmother Noni. Noni is my favorite person in the Cologne family. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember quick story, and I'm gonna shift it to Daniel. Uh, because I want Daniel to tell y'all about Daniel. I ain't gonna tell y'all about that. I want Daniel to tell y'all about Daniel. But I remember. Let me see. We were having. Was it your birthday party? Was your birthday party or was your going away party? You remember they had told me to park up on the. There was nowhere. There was no parking because everybody was there. It was either your birthday party or your going away party. And there was no parking. I kind of got there late. I think I had to work or something, and I had to park my car like it wasn't even in y'all driveway. It was like right there, like across the sidewalk. And he was like, "Yeah, parking there is gonna be all right." And I was like, "Okay," so I did it. And y'all neighbor had snitched on me or whatever. They called the police on me, and made him give me a ticket. But I was on y'all property. Boy, Noni went out there and towed that police officer up. I saw her snatch the ticket out of his hand, and she came in here. And she still had that gruff on her. She was like, "And you, don't worry about this. I'm gonna take care of this." Like, yes, ma'am, Noni. Yes, ma'am. I ain't hear nothing about that ticket, man. Nothing. So Noni took care of me. She even gave me this shoot. I still have it when my daughter was born. and she gave me that ABC blanket. I'm gonna pass it. Oh, I'm gonna pass it on. I'm gonna keep it in the family. I'm gonna pass it on to y'all when y'all have some children. Hint, hint. You know what I mean? But nah, but yeah. One of my first questions is Daniel, man. Tell us about yourself, man. But let me say this before I get into the rest of the podcast, man. I couldn't do a uh physical fitness and how it relates to mental health episode without the physical fitness what was it CrossFit King, man, the champion, the head of the table, my
Yeah.
boy Danny Boy Cologne, man. But now go ahead and tell us about yourself, bro. What's up?
Oh
Let us
man.
know, man. Elaborate. Be real raw, man. Don't hold back. You feel me?
All right. I don't. I try to stay humble about myself. I don't go off the rails because I keep my humility. But I'll talk a little bit.
For sure.
A lot of my background. I'm a military guy.
Absolutely. So, man, shout out to the Navy. My boy left me. I was supposed to go too, man, but I got hurt, so I couldn't go. I couldn't ship off.
Matter of fact, one dude we went to high school with, we were supposed to go together, but he ended up dropping, and then I think he might have went Air Force or he just didn't join military at all. But yeah, so essentially after graduating high school,
And
joined.
thank you for your service, bro.
Thank you,
Add that in.
thank you. Yeah, and I did 8 years active duty. Long time. It was very. I'm not gonna say it was. Or I'll say it was a mix of good things and bad things. Because
For sure.
if I wanted to join the military, I don't think I would have been close to the man I am today.
Right. I mean, look, man, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that's watching and listening that probably feel the same way. So yeah, I get you.
So I did 8 years active duty. Once I got out, I transitioned in reserves because I'm trying to keep that clock ticking.
Right.
I got out in the summertime, and then right near the end of the summer, I started going to school for my bachelor's. Right after that, 3 years later, graduated from U of H. During that time, of course,
All right, hold on,
met
hold
my
on, man.
wonderful.
Hold on, give me time. Give me time. I was trying to find the button, y'all. I was trying to find. Keep clapping for my boy.
And during that wonderful time in U of H, I found my wonderful wife. I love my wife.
All right, yeah, love it, man. Look, my first time. Shame on Daniel, man. My first time meeting Stephanie was right before they was about to get married, man. But like in that time, man, she's the sweetest thing. Uh, she a tough cookie too, man.
Oh, she definitely
She's a
is.
tough cookie, man. We were hearing like, okay, cause at y'all wedding, the two bridal parties was we were co-mingling and talking and getting to know each other, and the girls was telling us telling us stories about Stephanie. I'm like, goodness gracious, man, like party animal. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that for another time. Like,
The best story I'll say about my wife, even my brother can attest to it. That
okay, come on with it.
so the girls, her and her friend were out. I think it was somewhere like Whiskey River or something like that
Uh huh.
down 45, right?
Yeah.
And I was gonna meet them there. Mind you, it was a little. It might have been a little bit later in the evening.
Uh huh.
And so he met both of them. We're heading out to the parking lot. I don't know. I was thinking wild stuff. Like I'm definitely different minded now,
Yeah,
but like
for
I think
sure.
I was saying a lot of stuff that made me stick my chest out.
Right.
Like I was saying like I'm a wolf, blah blah. She was like, "Of course you are, sweetie." And my brother's like, "She's the one." He's he was rolling on the ground, laughing in the parking lot, just like, "Yep, that's a one."
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
So
man.
yeah.
She's a tough cookie. She won me over, man, when she first introduced herself, and just how welcoming she was. And she reminds me a lot of your mom and your grandma, man. Just like there was no bias in her. There was like it was I wasn't judged. I didn't feel like I was being judged. And her mom and her dad the same way. Like I didn't like we were sitting there joking and talking, I was doing my normal old, warming everybody up. And yeah, man, she got me. If she need anything, she can call me. You know what I
Oh.
mean? But I know she already got you, you big bear of a man.
uh,
Mr. CrossFit champ, like
we've gone through a lot in the last several years.
okay,
Shoot, in the
okay,
last several years. Matter of fact, we almost didn't make it twice.
okay,
I'll admit that there was a
okay.
good portion where I kind of needed to grow up a little bit.
And I think that's a part of it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you heard that, from mom and dad, and I'm pretty sure her parents and told her the same thing, and yeah, that's part of it.
Yep. And
But y'all made
then
it, dog. Y'all made it.
man,
I got pictures to prove
we got through
it.
that. We got through COVID. We got through the freeze.
Oh
The
my gosh.
freeze was
Oh
the
no.
rough. That was one of the roughest times. Oh,
Yeah.
you had to be mentally strong
Heck
to get through
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you
Yes,
really
pun
did. You
intended.
really did. Pun intended. You really did have to be because, like, dude, you got some people out here whose houses was like ticking time bombs, like like with yours, what I'm saying, y'all pipes busting everywhere, and you know what I mean, and yeah,
We had
dude, trust me, I know.
12 pipes later. So much flooring taken out. Like
Yeah,
so much stuff that came out, and so thankful. Like I'm very thankful that in that process essentially helped me grow up even further
for
along.
sure.
So yeah,
Man, I think that's why we go through stuff, bro. Like and all of us go through specific stuff. You know what I mean? It's always something different. Like, dang, man, that sounds, but it's the same but different. You know what I'm saying? That's a little inside joke, but yeah, but yeah, your experience, you go through your experience to help you grow in whatever type of way. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
continue, man. What's up?
We
What's up?
got through the freeze. So
Mm-hmm.
essentially, insurance in a way helped us get us a remodel. So
For
we got
sure.
better floors. Stairs got fixed a little bit.
For sure.
She was so excited. Like I've never seen her so like it was so funny that there was a while where we didn't have a certain walls
Uh
because
huh.
everything had to be taken out because
Right.
of
Right.
water restoration.
So y'all just was like looking at skeleton.
Yeah, and you can
What's it
see
called? What you
through
call it? The studs and all throughout
the
the house.
framework. Yeah,
For sure.
you walk in the house and you look to your right, you're looking right into the garage.
Wow.
That's yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
Man, how did
So
y'all do with the AC and all that?
uh, to be honest, I didn't really stay there while they were getting it fixed.
Okay, y'all had it.
I had her stay with her folks
I got you.
and I stay with my folks. But that was another reason why it was a hectic
Yeah.
time. But I don't want to dread too much into that, but I'm
Yeah,
thankful we
yeah.
got through it.
I got you, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you sharing that, bro.
Let's see.
All
After
good, all
that,
good. How did
um,
how did we meet, bro? How did we tell them how we met? I want to hear from your side.
was it through class or was it through that strength and conditioning during the
Man, I
summer?
think it was strength and conditioning.
I
That's
remember.
when we really got tight, man. Cause we was all in the uh I think you cause me and Sam was already tight, and I think you would come in because you had to come in with the skill folks. I think y'all used to work out with the skill folks. Y'all didn't really do too much line stuff. Y'all plugged in, but
Well, like during that summer, like they were doing the strength and conditioning camp. So I was there
yeah.
before they even had all the football players
So you
there.
was there in
So
spring. You was in the spring. So we had to meet. We had to meet in the spring part, the spring football.
no, I think it was no, it was I wasn't there in the
You wasn't there
spring.
in spring.
It was just the summer for that strength camp.
Okay, okay,
It was just
okay.
that camp,
Yeah, and
and
that's when.
then the story lives on
Oh man, look,
forever.
man, nah, man. Me and Daniel, man, we got real tight, man. Cause I think we both
We had football,
yeah,
then we had that one class, the
yeah.
English
Oh my
class.
gosh, yeah. When we had that we had to come up with that song. I'm gonna keep that buried in the back of my mind.
I
It
remember
was a
that.
good. It was a good time though. That was a
It
good
was good
time, bro.
times. It was English. It was English.
Oh man,
I
look,
remember
he
that.
was like that was English. Nah,
Yeah,
man,
I think I remember who. I don't remember the lady name, but I know who it
Miss
was.
Casas. Miss
Yes, I
Casas,
remember
Miss
she.
Casas, if you watching out there, we made it. We did all right. Our English is still pretty good. Songwriting is a little better. At least one of us had a small career as a rapper. Uh, but yeah, we did all right. Um, yeah, man. I think there was history from there, man. We've always been tight since then. Then my boy left me. You know what I'm saying? He went on to the Navy, went and served the country. But he made it back. You know what I'm saying? He made it back in one piece. He ain't destructive or anything like that. He ain't lose his mind out there. So it's all good, man. But moving on, man. Let's get this next question. All right. All right. I know you're gonna probably ruffle some feathers with this one because you know what I'm saying. Since we talking about physical fitness, and we big sports guys. You know what I'm saying. Give me your top 5 athletes, any sport. And I say any sport, but I already know what sport you like. At least half of these
Oh
folks is
man.
coming from.
Oh man.
What you got?
Oh goodness gracious. So That's a hard question because
What you
I've
mean?
been
It's
thinking
top five, man. Top five. You ain't gonna hurt.
just
Look, you
just
ain't gonna
throwing
hurt
five
nobody.
random names in
Top.
there.
Nah,
Just
nah. Look.
I'm
Top.
gonna
Give
find
me
some
top. Give me
random
top
names.
five. I want the real.
Let's see. I was definitely might be biased because I'm a Philly guy, but
Okay.
I'll say Jalen Hurts
Okay.
because
As number one or number five.
I'll, I'll, I'll say number one because
Okay. Jalen Hurts
he's
is
my
number one.
quarterback. I
Okay.
support my
Okay.
quarterback
All right. All right.
right now. Got to throw Gronk in there.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
That
I'll take
all I'm
it.
gonna say is that dude he worked hard
I'll
and he
take it.
played harder.
I'll take it.
I'm all about working hard and playing hard.
I'll
Hey,
take it. I'll take it.
if you winning, at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want.
All right. I'll take it.
Let's
As long as
see.
you ain't throwing no. I'm gonna keep going.
There's a lot of good athletes
Man,
out
look.
there.
As y'all see, man, he already starting off with football players.
Football players are the strongest people in the world,
Yeah, I
man.
know it, but come on with it. What you
Let's
got?
see. I'll say J.J. Watt.
Okay. All right.
That I'll throw him in there. That dude's work ethic, and he is a monster.
All right. Come on. All
Let's
right.
see.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Um,
No
let's see.
wrestlers, man. No, everybody watch wrestling around out here in this world.
I guess I can throw the tribal chief in there, Roman
Oh my
Reigns. That's my,
God! I knew it was
hey,
coming. That's why I said. That's why I mentioned it.
you
So
know
I know.
what?
I know. I know Danny Boy.
You know the funny part? I actually watched a video. I just watched it not too long ago. That dude played football.
Yeah, he did. He
Yep, he
did.
played
He
football at
did.
Georgia Tech, whatever. Yep.
He did. He did.
Hey, a lot of love and storylines.
I
That
got you.
they got to put in work every day.
I
And
got you.
you know what? And the last one I'll throw it in because everybody loves the guy, The Rock.
Man, look, The Rock is on my list too. The Rock is definitely on my list. You know what I'm saying? My list is full of football players as well. Um, I guess that's because it's a sport I played, and I realize the work that goes into it, into playing, the physicality of it, the violence in it. You understand what these guys put their bodies through to be able to perform. So, quite naturally, I guess when you think of the best athletes in the world, you go to football players. You know what I'm saying? But a little segue into something else. Man, why are we always putting quarterbacks in categories of like the best athletes? I mean, besides your Jalen Hurts, your Lamar Jacksons, your Steve Youngs, and I give Big Ben. Big Ben he's a pretty good athlete, fat athlete. Quarterbacks like that. But when you throw, I've never seen like as far as like the best athletes. Okay, I put my boy Drew Brees in there. Not as the best athlete, but like when you got guys like Tom Brady, Drew Brees, uh, more of the quarterbacks nowadays are athletic. All of the younger quarterbacks, yeah, they're athletic. But if you got Micah Parsons and Tom Brady, and you like who's the best athlete or who's the best football player, I'm taking Micah Parsons, man. I'm not taking Tom Brady. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't like the
Like,
Cowboys either.
good. Oh my, and
I
exactly.
know,
And,
but I
and,
know,
and
but I
Daniel's
know.
agreeing with me, and he's not a Cowboys fan. But uh, yeah, I just wouldn't do it, man. I don't get that whole dynamic. Like, Skip Bailey's probably firing me up right now. I don't care. But I wouldn't throw Tom Brady in. If I had in my top five. Tom Brady's not in my top five. I love Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna get some flack because of that. I'm sorry, Daniel. I know y'all beat him in the Super Bowl and all that, but like, he's not. He I love him, but he's not in my top five. The Rock is in my top five. Yes. Um, let me see. I'd throw Hussein Bolt in there.
Got thrown honorable mention in there.
Yeah, come on. What
Yeah,
you got?
so I would say an honorable mention, but even he can even crack my top five. One of my favorite players that ever beat an Eagle was Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz. Okay, the tight end Zach
So
Ertz.
so
Okay.
I would say that because
Daniel's
Mount,
biased. I'm gonna just let y'all know right there. Daniel is biased because he played tight end in high school, so that's why you got the Gronks
I would
and the
say
Zach Ertz.
tight end position in a way. I'm not gonna say this quarterback as important as a quarterback because quarterbacks
Nah,
have
it's important.
the biggest job on the field is QB because he's
Okay,
got to relay the messages and everybody got to do it.
right, right, right.
But as a tight end, think about it. You got to be able to catch the ball,
Body
and you
catch,
got to be
block,
able to block to try to
right,
block some of these monsters.
right.
And you just like you got to be that your that mental thing has to be
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
there.
absolutely. I
And
love the pun. Love the plug. Love the plug.
and so whenever I think about like one of my favorite guys, because I remember back like a couple years ago, I feel like it's been forever. But when they were on that Super Bowl run, they played in, in that Super Bowl. One of my favorite two favorite qualities is clutch
Mm-hmm.
and being dependable.
Okay.
Because if you're dependable and reliable, like they expect you there and you will always be there.
Mm-hmm.
So like I remember that one drive where they were heading down the field getting ready to score to put them ahead. He made a catch on fourth down to keep the chains moving, which
Okay.
is definitely clutch
Right.
and
Clutch.
dependable
Uh
because
huh.
Nick was throwing it to him. He was catching.
Mm-hmm.
And then right near the end, he made that catch, that run catch, which they tried to say it was a fumble, but it wasn't. It was clean,
Mm-hmm.
and he scored. So that tells me that he's when you need him the most, he was there, and which tells me he's dependable.
All right. And that's a mental thing, dude, because you gotta, in the end, you gotta decide. That's a decision you gotta make in your mind. So, moving forward. Let's go ahead. Let me see. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? Now, I asked my brother this, and he made a good let me see, a good I can't find the word right now. I'm having a fall, but he had a good assessment of, you know, what he said, all the superpowers I wouldn't wish for him because I already have them. You know what I'm saying? He started naming off the different stuff that, that he and I and all my siblings that we have, you know what I mean? So, but if you could have any superpower, let me see, let's just one superpower. You can have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a big question
I'm
because
telling you, look, then I'm just giving you one. What you got?
I'll make a joke and say speed because I'm a big dude, so I ain't really that fast. Cause I'm already big and everybody's like, "Oh, you a big dude?" Blah blah. I'm like, "Yeah, I know," but
So super speed. All right, all right. I'm trying to, man. There's a quiz out there. I'm gonna put that in there. Um, there's a quiz that it tells you like about the superpower. The one superpower you pick, it says something about you, and I can't pull it up for some reason. And I was gonna share it with the people on the show, but yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I don't have it. I don't have
I
the
gotta do
capability.
that quiz on my own because
But is that the only reason? If that is that the only reason why you chose super speed?
uh, I could say that, but I mean, I would have to think about it a little bit
All
more
right,
because
nothing
I
deep
got
like turn. I want to turn back time. You know what I'm saying? Like the Flash and all that.
nah. If I had to pick something else, it'd probably just be the super intelligence.
I got you.
Because
Super
I mean,
intelligent. Yeah,
yeah, because then if you're super intelligent, you
you
can.
can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a mind thing. Super intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Get your mental game right. All right. How would you define discipline?
Oh, I was watching a clip. It was Mike Tyson was talking with Joe Rogan, and he
Okay.
said,
Shout out to Joe Rogan and Mike Tyson.
and he said, and I think what he's saying, what he said was, it's being able to do something you hate but do it like you love it.
Okay.
That's one of the best quotes I've heard.
Right.
So essential discipline is just, even though you don't want to do something, it's knowing that you got to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's staying focused, not letting anything get in your way, letting anything alter your path, or just any focus, just staying in your lane and doing your thing.
Right. 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 Man, you know how insane you gotta be to do something that just makes you uncomfortable over and over and over again. Like it's crazy, dude. Like I'm pretty sure you CrossFit King. So I know you know a lot about discipline. And, for you to be successful, I know that you out here displaying what discipline is. And discipline to me, what I'm saying, like I said, is just making that mental assessment making that mental choice, making that choice in your mind that I'm gonna keep doing this until I get the desired results. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep at it. Like what I'm saying, it's kind of like the same of like waking up every day and doing your morning routine to get up and go to work in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That's what discipline is to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, doing what you don't like you like it. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people out here we don't like getting up, getting up in the morning. A lot of us, me, I get off work and I kind of stopped for a few weeks, a few months. But I still do my push-ups. I won't say that. But, just going. My main thing that I was disciplined about was going to the gym after I had spent the whole day at work. And being a truck driver, sometimes you work 10, 12, 14 hours. See, sometimes 16. Once in a while during the week. And that was the discipline. I had to um set was making myself go to I only go 3 days out the week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I go to go do my little maintenance thing, and I go home. But yeah, that takes discipline. You know what I'm saying? Just going to work, going to work out. Even with my business, you know what I'm saying? I try to set out time every day to do something like, okay, what do I need to do with my business today? I have a long ass to do list, you know what I'm saying? Okay, work on this design, work on that design, call, I got graphics designers, my little nieces. Um, sometimes I miss it, I try every week to keep in contact with their parents, try to pick their brain and be like, hey, I didn't get a design from such and such this week. Hey, I need this, I need that, then try to do stuff on my end, research. Um, I try to be disciplined. Not try. I'm working on. Let me say that. I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to get trying out of my vocabulary.
We're from Texas. That's the thing.
Man, dude, look, man, I'm not even from Texas, man, but I've been here that long. You know what I'm saying? But I am working on. Uh, every day I want to study, like just find something, some type of or listen to somebody's podcast that has some like constructive information about running a business. I'm getting more into that, you know what I'm saying? And more specifically, people that have clothing brands, like I do. And, just to remind everybody, hey, look, I have a clothing brand, mentalgame.net, MNTL You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Daniel, he bought this with his own money. He wasn't gifted this. He bought it with his own money. Came and broke bread with his brother. You know what I'm saying? He has that one of my favorite hoodies and shirts. My quote on there is, if you ain't focused, then you foolish. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have your mind together, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna have your life together. You know what I'm saying? So but that's what discipline is to me. And that's what disciplines I've been working on. Um, because you have to have discipline. If you want to do anything in life, you have to have discipline. Because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, it's just like building your house with straw or with a straw foundation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have discipline. You know what I'm saying? You can't just start with brick over here and then be like, ah man, I don't feel like carrying them bricks today. I'm gonna just patch it up with straw right here. And you keep doing that, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna have a solid foundation to build on. So that's why I feel discipline is important.
And I would say one of my favorite quotes too.
What you got? Come on with it.
Let's see. I'm assuming we both like the Rockets. I know the
Abs-
Rockets have been busy. They're trying to be better, but
Man, you gonna,
back
bro,
back
you gonna,
back
why
in
you
back
gonna
in the
put the
day.
Rockets on me, man?
Nah,
Nah, come on with it. Come
back
on.
so back in the '90s during the Clutch City Rocket era.
Uh-huh.
Remember they're in the finals, and after one of the games or so, Rudy T had one of the best quotes that I thought about it, and I can relate to a lot of things. He's pretty much was a motivational thing for his team heading into Game 7 when they beat the Knicks. For everything good in life, you have to work real hard for it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. You ain't lying, man. I mean, see, I mean, look at everything you have. Look at everything we have collectively. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not being boastful or anything like that. I mean, we actually, and that's what I don't get. I try to say this without getting on my soapbox again. But that's what people out here, these judgmental folks out here don't get. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us actually we work really hard and made a lot of sacrifices to have the things that we have. There's nothing in life good. Like even these old bank heist people, they had to work real hard for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's right, but I mean, there's planning. Everything got to go off seamless. You know what I'm saying? Because if it don't, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get killed. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it's right. You know what I'm saying. Ethically, it's not right. You know what I'm saying. There's nothing I hate more than a thief. You know what I'm saying. You know, uh, maybe somebody coming in here trying to just think of just think of somebody coming in and trying to take what you work hard for.
All the best winners in life had to lose sometime.
Yeah, man, I know that, but
Takes a lot of
take
losing to
man,
win.
takes a lot. It does. Who said that? Michael Jordan? Is that a Michael Jordan quote?
I think I just made that up.
You think?
All the best winners in life had to lose sometime,
You ain't
and you
lying.
learn a lot from losing.
Yeah, you do. You do. You do. You kind of learn how to um sit there and take, okay, that piece didn't work, so let me take that piece out and replace it with this and see if that worked. But yeah, that's a good quote, man. I'm gonna have to steal that. I'm gonna run that back,
I'm gonna copyright that. I'm
man. I ain't gonna
copywriting
copyright it.
that.
But nah, man. But man, discipline is important, man. And I mean, I don't think it's necessarily right for people to be out here hating on folks that really, really, really get out here and work hard for every little scrap that they have. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I have, I know there's probably people that sit there and look down on us, and they really don't know how, like, what we done sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You being in the military, dude, you sacrifice a lot of time away from your family. You know what I'm saying? Me in life, I sacrifice a lot of time away from my daughter. Being out there all them hours just trading time for money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what most of us is doing. Right now, a lot of us are trading time for money. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? You may have more time, but you're still trading that time for money. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, I know some people have, some people could take their kids and their family with them. Sometimes, but a lot of us don't have that luxury. A lot of us that had the luxuries we had to really, really bust our ass for and work hard for. So, shout out to y'all out there that's, getting up every day and taking care of what you need to take care of, taking care of your chickens, as Marshawn Lynch would say. But yeah. All right, man, what you got? Let me see. Let me see. I was gonna ask you what's your favorite motivational quote, but you just gave it to me. You know what I'm saying?
I have so many quotes that I
What
can
you
just
got,
go
man?
with.
Bless us with another one. I need another one. What you got?
Oh, I think I got another one. There's another one from that Clutch City Rocket special.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite specials too because it was had a lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Smith, who's the analyst on TNT, right?
Okay.
He was on those two title winning teams,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about it. He's like, "There's a brick wall, and you're just tapping,
Mm-hmm.
and you're doing it for years, and then tap, the light comes in. That's and he's like, shoot, they knew they could win it. It's just a matter of they've gone through so much in so many years
Mm-hmm.
because it's not ever a quick gratification. It's always takes so long to get to where you want to be,
Right.
and I kind of relate that to myself too. Because granted, I still don't see I'm very thankful for what I have. Got a
Absolutely.
wonderful wife. We have our house. Got a car that's paid in full. There's not much that I can complain about.
Right.
But for me, I still want more. That just tells me like I want my goal in life is I want to work hard enough to where the harder I work, the easier I can make my wife's life.
Right.
Like
Okay.
I accept everything she does. I appreciate everything that she does.
Mm-hmm.
Number one woman in my life. I'm so blessed to have her in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But if she can take a load off and take it easy while I go out and just handle business and make sure she makes the joke that if I don't even know if it's a joke now. Like I just say it that if I made 200,000 a year, she'd be okay with being a stay-at-home dog mom and he goes to brunches and does
Oh my
CrossFit.
gosh.
That's what she said. That's what she said, and
Oh
I'm
my
trying to
god.
get there. And if I do get there, I may have to see if the rubber meets the road to be like, hey, baby, you really want to do this?
Man, look. Man, look. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. You know what I'm saying? Because even now, with everything that I've been blessed with, I still want more. You know what I'm saying? I want, I've got goals. Everybody should have goals bigger than their situations that they're in right now. Everybody should have, things that they want to do, like just a certain certain way they want to live. Everybody should have that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, um, you know what I'm saying, when you rock climbing and you got that little, rock climbing and racing or whatever the case may be. You climbing up the ladder. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. You know what I'm saying. There's always got to be something that keeps you reaching and keeps you just going every day and keeps you progressing and moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. You know what I'm saying? You got some people out there, you should be happy with what you got. Okay, that's you. That's how you feel. If you're happy with what you got, and you know what I'm saying, if you satisfied with that, okay, you can take that and you can take a load off. And you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna hate on you. You shouldn't hate on me, but you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep
I
climbing.
got another thing to
What
add
you
on
got?
that.
What you
So
got?
I remember I was on active duty,
Mm-hmm.
and I love my chiefs. I had a chief that pretty much told me I want to say I was second class at the time,
Right.
E5,
Okay.
best rank in the Navy, because you got responsibility, but you're not a leader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're right in that middle. I remember he told me that he's like, you're gonna, Pastor Cologne, I think you're gonna stay in the Navy. Blah blah blah. I'm like, why you say that, chief? He's like, it's gonna be too easy. He said that, and it took me a couple of years to look back at it, and I always was like, you know what, I there was only certain things that would have kept me active.
Uh-huh.
No knock on anything active. I'm grateful for everything I have. Matter of fact, a good portion of my education was from active
Mm-hmm.
because I got my associates while I was active, so it helped me get my bachelor's.
Right.
So the one main thing is like they don't want complacency, but they want you to be complacent by staying.
Right.
At the end of the day, like I'm striving for more.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're complacent, you're not going to go anywhere. You're
Right.
just going to be stay stuck in the mud.
Exactly.
So like right now, one of my things I'm working on, looking at maybe cybersecurity, little Google search, so I can learn
Okay.
some stuff,
Right.
and I expect to graduate in December with my MBA.
Okay, man. Well, look, we're gonna be checking on you, and congratulations and good luck on your journey. You know what I'm saying? As I always say, you know what I'm saying? I want all my boys to win, man. I want all my brothers to win out here. You know what I'm saying? I never hate on none of y'all. I want y'all to do great because anytime I need about $50, I know who I come at. I know who I come borrow it from.
I
You know
got
what I mean?
got three people I got to worry about feeding. Me, the missus, and my boy right
Oh my gosh. That's you. You gonna feed him twice. You hear that, Steph? He talking about feed him twice. Nah, man, but we had Daniel over there hanging on the butch right now, man. I don't know if y'all do you. I don't know if people be noticing Butch in my videos, dude. But he's there's a birthday present my mom got for me a while back. I told her I wanted a dog, and that's what she got me. So shout out to Butch, man. He's still here after all these years. I think I was about 18 years old when my mom bought me that. You know what I'm saying? That just graduated high school, and she had asked me, well, I was about to graduate high school, and she asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and she got me Butch. So here is Butch all these years later.
and my wife loves dogs.
Man,
Yeah.
but you can't have this one, Steph. You can't have him. He mine. You feel me? Nah, man. But all right, man. Moving on, man. Let's get into this topic, man. What everybody's been waiting on, man. Physical fitness and how it relates to mental health, man. So, all right, man. Tell me this: have you noticed a change from, like, because I know you've always been a physically fit person. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we grew up playing ball. We was always in the weight room, always working out. Do you feel in any way like an effect from, like, because I know, like, let's just call it an increase in your physical activity? Have you noticed any like changes as far as like your mental health, or is there something that you see going on that you're not really dealing with, and you kind of attribute that to um your physical activity?
I haven't had any major issues, but I know that physical fitness is a very, very important aspect when it comes for keeping your mental
Right,
state of mind right.
right, right,
Because
right,
at the end of the day, when you think about it, if I can't, if I'm a little too big or if I'm out of shape and I can't walk down the street,
right.
mentally you're drained. You're gonna be tired. So you can be
Absolutely.
like, oh, I'm just walking in the mailbox and
Uh-huh.
I'm exhausted.
Uh-huh.
So when you think about it, the more physically fit you are, the easier a lot of other things come because then you don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm hurt because I'm not working or
Right.
I'm not doing this. But it gives you the time to be able to focus on a lot of other things
Mm-hmm.
instead of being like, oh man, I gotta wake up at 5:30 because I gotta go to 6 o'clock CrossFit class in the
Yeah, yeah,
morning,
yeah.
or I gotta go to 6:30 p.m. class because I didn't go this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But it helps a lot. Like it keeps your mental facilities up, and it allows you to just to stay focused and being able to pursue other things.
For sure.
Because another quote that I like from Michael J. White is like I love quotes and I always watch clips and I see them because Michael J. White was talking about it and he's like because I'm a paraphrase I don't remember the exact quote but
Yeah.
he was pretty much saying that there are a lot of people that complain they're like oh I don't have time to work out blah blah and something like that but working out pretty much helps give you more time to
Yeah.
be able to do things
Yeah. Because
because
you're not tired. You building up a tolerance. You know what I'm saying, when you work out.
but when you also think about it if you're not working out then like your body can slowly
Right.
wear itself down,
Yeah.
and then it can get you to where like certain things you just can't recover from.
Right. Yeah. You know what? That's why you remember our coaches used to always say injuries are prevented in the weight room because you kind of building up and strengthening up your body to where it can keep ticking longer.
James Harrison,
So yeah,
he puts out so many videos of him working out,
yes he
like putting
does.
all them plates on the leg
Man, look,
press. He be playing volleyball with a big ass medicine
man,
ball.
that dude
Yep.
is he's something serious. Yeah, I saw all that, man. James Harrison, he's um just him. He's my motivation to keep working out because I'm like, I look at his arms and I look at mine and I'm like, just take a deep breath and it's like, I'm gonna chase him. I might not get there, but I'm gonna chase him. But not that. But last year that's why I kind of got back on my journey as far as like getting back into the weight room. You know, I kind of took a break now because I got my dog and I'm trying to get him situated and get him acclimated to where he's at and let him know the rules and stuff like that. Um, and now that I think he's like 7 months. He's going on 8 months. He'll be 8 months on the 22nd. So, uh, he's kind of good. His going to the bathroom schedule is kind of like, I can deal with it now. So now I can find the time to start going back to the gym. Make the time to go back in the gym. Go to work, come home, feed him, let him out, get my gym bag together, go to the gym, come back. You know what I'm saying? I try to do whatever I need to do in 30 minutes. I know that's hard, man. It's hard doing
Oh,
it at
it's so
Planet
hard,
Fitness, man.
so hard.
It's hard because you're sharing all the machines with people. You waiting for people to get off. Like you're just trying to get your work in and go. Um, but now I've noticed let me ask you this: the people that in your class and your cross, I can't talk
Slow
today.
down, slow
CrossFit. I'm
down.
saying crawfish. I'm like, oh Lord,
Oh, he's
no.
hungry. He's a hungry boy.
No. But I see the people in your CrossFit classes. Are they generally like level headed? You know, I don't want to say happy. Happy is it's a dangerous word, but level headed. Are they generally like level headed, clear thinking individuals?
I joined my CrossFit box. I want to say 2019. So
Okay.
I've been with them a good couple of years,
Okay.
and I know the lady that owns it, and some of the and almost all the coaches.
Hmm.
Some of my favorite people in the world. Some of them, like I got to tell people,
Dang,
like if
she
there's,
diss me right on the show.
hey,
I'll play, play.
yeah,
Oh
but
man.
yeah, some of the coaches, like there was only one lady, one older lady that I know, Nikki, favorite coach.
Hmm.
Like I told her, like if I needed a coach to just be there to help motivate me, she knows how to push my buttons.
Right, right, right.
And a lot of people there in the class, like it's a very social box. So it's not like a lot of big, monsters like,
Right.
look at me,
Right,
pooch.
right.
No, but they're so a lot of people different, statures, different fitness levels, but so many good people.
Right.
So it took me a while to be like, okay, it might be cultish, but because
Might be
Stephanie,
cultish.
my wife broke me down. It's like, okay, they're cult.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
we had a thing where it's like, all right, is it a cult or not? Because she I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but the three characteristics that classifies as a cult, and it's like it can be. Now that I look at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, it can be. But a lot of great people. Like it's just a very good atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Just so many good people.
Nobody judging and poking and prying. You know what I'm saying?
Some people might judge in private.
Oh
Like
Lord.
no, one of the favorite people. Megan, she goes in the morning. So every now and then I look at because they have how they do workouts is they have like the male weight, and then they have the female equivalent weight.
Right.
So I look at how she did, and I'd be like, man, can I beat her?
Ah, damn, come on, man. Is
I'm
that where the
it's
judgment goes?
every now and then, but
Okay.
like I have no ill will. She's one of the best people, one of the best stories I ever known
Mm-hmm.
too. I don't want not gonna dive too deep in her story, but she's got a great story.
Okay.
Super great fitness. She actually was I think she qualified for the quarterfinals for
Okay.
CrossFit, and so she had to do several of the workouts for quarterfinals
Mm-hmm.
because I think she got quarterfinals and she qualified for one of the categories. I think age group or so,
Right.
because they have different groups. Like they have like age group qualifiers, military groups, and several other ones, including masters. Like if you're over like 35, that's masters category.
Okay.
So just so many different people and just so many great personalities,
Okay.
just so
So,
spread
all
across different, like social spectrums. It's
right.
great.
So you would say, physical fitness and how it relates to the mental health is, it's a very real thing. You
Very.
know what I'm saying? I know there's research out there that tells everybody that. And I wrote a few. I got a few notes down. I got my little notebook here. Um, I always say, research shows that people who exercise regularly have better mental health and emotional well-being because uh, when you exercise, it leads to and better sleep and more. Better sleep equals more energy. Do you feel that? You know what I'm saying? You feel like you sleeping okay? You sleeping better and all that since you've been, on this journey, on this CrossFit journey?
I'm not gonna lie. Like there was a while, a couple years ago, there were some nights where I kind of had an issue sleeping, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, yeah. Like matter of fact, the other day, tough workout. Like I was out like a light when I went to
Right.
sleep. I hit snooze 5 times the next day
Right.
because I just didn't want to get out of bed. But I think working out just yeah, and then also thinking about it, it builds your resiliency
Absolutely.
because
I believe
you
that.
gotta be resilient in every aspect of life.
Uh huh. Physically, mentally, and you know what I'm
Ah,
saying? Yeah,
ah.
yeah, for sure. Nah, physically and mentally. The two big ones. Mental is, because my brother always says 90% musical. I mean, musical is 90% mental, 10% physical.
You can only go as far as your mind will let you. Sometimes
Exactly.
your mind has to be like, all right,
Body,
legs, I know you're tired, but you gotta jump. We
right,
gotta run, baby. We
right,
gotta
right.
go. Gotta go.
Body don't move without the mind's permission. So yeah, man. But my thing has always been as well. The thing for me, look good, feel good. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain uh, there's a certain tone that and I made like I said, I made this decision a year ago. I was looking at myself and and I put on a little weight since high school. I put on a little weight, you know what I'm saying? But and I just started looking at myself in the mirror, one of those get out of the shower moments. It was like, yeah, dude, you need to do something about this, man. You kind of let yourself go, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? What if, you gonna get out there back on the market? You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You know what I mean? Um, so that's what kind of jump started me on the uh getting back on my physical fitness journey. I just wanted to look good. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to look good and I wanted to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Is that, then essentially feel good. You know what I mean? Um, that's my big thing when it came to, when the switch flipped in my head, to be, hey Jay, you need to get more physically active because, and I have dealt with like little mental health issues as well. Um, but I know what helps me. It's like it all helps when you're tired. You know what I'm saying? It all goes away when you're tired. You know what I'm saying? So if you're feeling down, depressed, or anything like that, go to the gym for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Well, go to the gym for 50 minutes, do 20 minutes on the treadmill, and then, you know, ensue a 30-minute workout. You'll be all right after that. I guarantee you. Anybody, anybody be all right after that.
And I remember JJ. Think about it.
What you got?
When we right in high school, it was what the highest I ever was like 180, 185.
Uh huh.
I was 177 joining the military.
Okay.
I'm about maybe 240, 245 to 250 right now. You wouldn't think it. But like
Nah,
every other place I turn though, especially the box, they look
but
at
I
it,
can
and I'm just
believe
like
it,
they just look. I'm just like,
man. Y'all
and it's
should
just
have.
natural. It just looks natural.
Man, I'm shocked as probably every time I see this dude, man, because we all done put on weight since high school. But man, every time I see Daniel post military Daniel is a dangerous man. Yeah, Daniel, like, see, he didn't have his hoodie on when he walked up here when he came to the house, do the podcast. He had his hoodie on. He had that head of the table
uh,
muscle shirt on, man. I was like, who is this dude? He got a doggone wrestler walking up to my house. He set the neighborhood on fire. Everybody outside looking. I'm like, look at this dude, man. Say, like, yeah, this CrossFit King in here, but not. But but it's crazy because like you've been like even now, man, like seeing you at your wedding. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like you say you had started your journey already, man. Just seeing how you interact with people now. You know what I'm saying? Versus back then, I can tell you're a lot more level headed. You know what I'm saying? With just how you go throughout things. You know what I'm saying? I know back in the day, you probably there's a lot of stuff that would have happened. You probably would have snapped on. You know what I'm saying? And I can see the difference. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're a lot more level headed. You can tell you're clearly thinking. You can tell you have a goal in your mind and you're set on it. And you know what I'm saying, you're gonna do everything in your power to crush that goal or to handle that situation in the right way, of course. But yeah, I can see it, man. I really can. But you got anything else to add to like, you know, uh how physical fitness relates to mental health?
I would just say, like, think about it. If the harder you work out, the easier other things come. Because
Right.
then if you're like, oh, I got to move this in the house, or I
Mm-hmm.
got to do this, I ain't got to worry about like, oh man, I'm tired, blah blah.
Right.
No, I could pretty much do any other thing I want in my house. Like if I need to move something, there's only like so many things where I'd be like, hey hun, or somebody else can help me with it.
Right.
Other things I'd just be like, all right, baby, I'll bring it upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll don't worry about it. I'll take it outside. I'll put it in the garage or something.
Right.
So it helps with just every other aspect in life because it allows you to do more and be more.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna ask this, and I'm not trying to put a damper on this episode. Um, you have noticed like the kind of uptick of just like suicides and stuff like that in a certain community, of athletes. You know what I'm saying? Former athletes or whatever. You know, people have been just taking their life in general at like an alarming rate to me. How would you explain that? Like, cause these are some of these people are the most physically fit people you probably ever meet, and and they're taking their life. How would you like? What do you think about that?
And I would also add military people too, because
Yeah.
military like
Oh yeah, absolutely,
military suicides as well as veteran
absolutely,
suicides. That's the most
absolutely.
concerning to me,
Mhm.
because those are essentially fellow brothers and sisters that served the country,
Right,
and
right, right,
they're just worn out.
right.
Because I mean, think about it. Like with the top five jobs in the country, the top five most stressing jobs in the country, enlisted service members is one of the top
One
five.
of the top five. Yeah.
I
Man,
think air
matter of
traffic
fact,
controller is a little bit higher,
I
but
oh my
enlisted
gosh,
service
yeah, yeah,
members is
yeah,
up there.
yeah. I believe it. I believe it. But now, well, what do you think about like? I'm just saying in general. Like, what do you think about? Because I know they say physical fitness is like, uh, it's supposed to help. But I'm trying to get my words together to
We
kind of
also got to remember athletes. These guys have been training elite training for
for
years and
years. Yeah,
years and
yeah.
years. But then once they're done, it's
Hmm.
like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, it's kind of like in Looney Tunes when you're when Wile E. Coyote's chasing the Roadrunner. He's been chasing the Roadrunner for what, well over 50 years,
Yeah,
100
well over
years, and
50
he
years.
ain't never caught him. But then you make the joke in the one Family Guy episode, he caught him. He's like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah,
Well, there's like I feel so much gratification now,
I
but what do
got
I
you.
do? Sometimes it might just be that empty feeling inside
Yeah,
that
right,
they just like a scratch that they just can't an itch they just can't
right, right,
scratch.
right. But like, man, it's
But
like
it's
I did all this not to do it no more, and now I'm like, now I'm like, man, what else do I do? I got you
but a lot of it also is like sometimes they just don't feel that support too
for sure.
because a lot of people there are some people that just need support more than others and
Absolutely,
they just need someone to help stay on the purpose.
absolutely.
Athletes like they they deal with the bright lights every
Hmm.
week, every night.
The media,
Well, media's
social media.
terrible. Oh, and people are relentless.
Yeah.
You know it. People are
Yes.
just relentless.
Oh yeah.
And when you just take that all in, and then once your time under the lights is over, like I heard like some people say like the harder thing or the one group that actually has it a lot harder would be former pro wrestlers because
Yeah.
like I said, some aren't even in the lights that bright lights that much
Right.
or that for
Some of
that
them.
long, maybe
Yeah.
not even 5 years,
They try to give
and
them a
they're
little push, and
just
that's it. Yeah.
yeah like they're on the road
Yeah.
all
And
week
that's no
like
family
they
life. Yeah. Every week. Every week. Every week. I don't.
figure
I couldn't have. I couldn't have the schedule of a pro wrestler. I couldn't do it.
especially if like SmackDown on Friday is
Yeah.
on Christmas,
Hmm.
they ain't gonna be home for Christmas unless it's the shows in their hometown.
Right.
So I mean, like understand it's just hard. It's mentally hard,
Hmm.
and it just work has a lot of it is potentially can be building that resiliency, but it's just so hard.
For sure, man. But so I want to take the time out right now. Um, right here at the bottom of the screen. My brother told me I should start doing this. I want to take the time, right? That's why I wanted to ask about the suicide and stuff. I want to take this time. I'm gonna put the number here at the bottom of the screen. Um, put some numbers down here. Um, I just really want to talk to people. I mean, if you want to talk to me, what I'm saying, everybody knows how to reach me. You can reach me on my social medias. Same with Sam. I ain't gonna throw Daniel in there because he be like, "What? I just came here to be on the show." But now I'm gonna put the number on here to a few hotlines. If you feeling the way, if you feeling like what I'm saying, like we just talked about, you feel like you feel like you got an itch that you really can't scratch, you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, if you feel like the world is, spinning the wrong way for you, what I'm saying, call these numbers, man. There's professionals out here, there's people out here that'll listen to you. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, I speak to my family, what I'm saying, even if I haven't spoken to you in a while or whatever. If you're a friend of mine or used to be a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, and I haven't spoken to you in a while, man. Uh, I wanna say that you can always hit me up if you just want to talk, you know what I mean? If you need something like that. Um, I'd rather be the one, I'd rather talk to you for an hour than sit there for an hour during your funeral. You know what I mean? Uh, but I'm gonna put these numbers down here at the bottom of the screen. You know what I'm saying? If you need help, man, get help. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out here that rather hear you bitch moan and complain about whatever than sit at your funeral. But yeah, um, and one of the things you can do, man, one of the things you can do if you feeling like that, if you feeling like that and you don't want to talk to nobody, get active. Get in, buy you some gym equipment. Uh, go get you a gym membership. Join Daniel's CrossFit class. You know what I'm saying? I already told you how the people are. And it's somewhat judgmental, but they'll get you right. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. But I just want to remind y'all that life's a mental game. You need to have the right mentality to survive, man. And that all goes into everything. Your whole all chemical, physical, mental makeup. You know what I'm saying? You have to be uh more mentally strong than anything. You got to tell yourself, "I'm gonna survive." You got to have that survivor mentality. you gotta have that. You gotta have that willingness to make that decision to do something, get active, and that mind game. My mind game logo. The meaning behind it is, um, when you ask yourself the question, who holds the controller? Who's holding the controller to your mind? You are. You know what I'm saying? You control your mind. You control your own destiny, your own outcome. So just want y'all to realize that, man. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I want to appreciate my boy coming through, man. Y'all don't understand, man. It was this was a special episode for me because I rarely get to see my dude, man. We be out here working and we stay on separate sides of towns now and stuff like that, and we rode real tough in high school, man, and that's just the thing, man. Like when when you grow up, what I'm saying, essentially the people you went to high school with, man, I don't think any of us stay in the same. A lot of I don't know, a lot of people that moved, right?
We have gone through a lot, Jay. To think about it.
I'm
Remember,
okay.
Jay, you were part of my wedding party.
Yeah, yeah,
You're a
yeah,
part of my groomsman.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
got a cup too to remember too.
Yeah, I do. I really,
Yes,
really do.
sir.
I do. It's right over there with the pictures in it. You see it? You see it? You see it?
And your wife definitely helped with
Oh man. Oh man. But hey man. But yeah, I appreciate you, man. But I mean, we get together when it's important. That's the important thing. You know what I'm
It's gonna be
saying?
important in August when fantasy football start back up.
Oh my gosh, man! I'm out. I'm out, man. Well, you know what? I might come back. I might come back as like a um
You gonna be an advisor?
I might be an advisor. I might be a what I'm saying, a Paul Heyman going on. Nah. I think if I come back, I'm just gonna play. I don't want to worry about being a commissioner or anything. So.
I gotta drop one league. Cause last season I was in 3.
Yeah,
Cause
nah. That's that's
there
normal.
was 2 with you. There was 2 with you, and then there was one that one of my CrossFit folks. Oh, I love her to death. One of my favorite CrossFit ladies.
Hmm.
She asked me 2 years ago if I could kind of be like an advisor.
Oh, okay, okay.
So pretty much instead of being an advisor, I ended up becoming the GM. So the pretty much the goal, even though it's financially instincted that it's like, yep, if you help me, I'll help you. Yeah.
Okay,
But she
okay.
said if she won, she'll give me half the pot. So I'm like,
Okay,
you know
all
what, I
right.
got incentive.
We'll take it.
So the year before last year we didn't make playoffs. This year we were 1 game away from the championship.
Okay.
And I was like, is there a thing for third? And she's like, no. And I'm like, dang. I mean, she had a good team, and my
Yeah.
boy Jalen Hurts balled out.
Okay, okay, okay.
Jalen Hurts is the reason why we were in the. But him getting hurt late, that kind of buried my team. I
Oh
was like,
man.
ah.
That happen. I think that happens to everybody in fantasy football, man. Everybody like see like Sam. You know what I'm saying? Sam was rolling. He was steamrolling everybody, undefeated. As soon as who got hurt? He said he tell it to me all the time. Every time we talk, man. But I think it was I want to say it was that running back he had, that Bryce Hall. As soon as Bryce Hall went down, man, I mean his team started taking L's, man, left and right. I said, oh man. Needless to say, he didn't make it to the championship. He didn't win it. But yeah, man, fantasy football be like that. But
Heartbreaking.
oh man, but man, like just want to continue to tell y'all, man, continue to encourage y'all and encourage y'all to be better than you were yesterday. Be better today. You know what I'm saying? Look yourself, don't be afraid to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you can do better. And yeah, man, y'all just remember life's a mental game, man. You need the right mentality to survive. And survival is everything. Life is the survival of the fittest, man. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Um, hope to see y'all next week. And we out.